Okay, guys. Today we are actually analyzing GBPCHF, CADFCHF, and CHFJPY. But most importantly is that we should know what we are trading. So remember what I was saying to you guys. We were talking about support and resistance, and today, especially on this pair, it looks like uh we have trend lines more so yeah so we have trend lines more, and yeah, so let's start with GBP. Sorry, CHFJPY. On this pair, what we actually look for is to know what franc Swiss is doing, like what's happening in France, and then after knowing the impacts, then we know how to trade this one. Also knowing what the Japanese yen is doing. If Japanese yen is gaining, most of them, the JPY pairs, if they are gaining, then this could have an effect on this certain pair, which is CHFJPY. But this one is one of the simplest pairs that you could actually trade because it moves in trend lines. Once you use your trend line, it forms some sort of a channel. This, what you see here, is some sort of a channel. So let's just say on this chart, by the look of this chart, we see that this chart is buying. Like even if you can go to bigger time frames, you can see that it's buying. Like here it's weekly, as you could see here, it's weekly, and you could also have monthly. You can see that it continues to buy because monthly wise it just broke the support and resistance, which was at 18, yeah, 118,702, that level there. If you could look there where the trend line is, where the cassava is near this trend line here, you could see that it made a hammer that tested on top of this support, which we expect it to continue further up here. So on CHFJPY, we continue to see it going up there until here. So we see it going up there until up there. Probably I always, for my own, I put take profit here. I won't put it right on top, or but I put it here where it's more likely to make first hands. But if it breaks this level, we should expect it could do something like this, similar to this one. Then it could go back a little bit down, and then after that we could see it continue. If the franc, the France Swiss is becoming strong, or the Swiss markets are becoming strong, then we could see it doing the same thing here, bouncing back and then continuing with the powerful buying movement, which makes it strong as for that country. So what we could actually see at this point, it's a fact that we could see it going further up, or maybe when it reaches here, since this will be like the highest high, I think, by the look of things. Even if we try to, even if I can do this, looks like this is like the highest high of all time. So once it reaches here, then we could know that this is the highest high of all time. Then once it breaks it, then you'll know that this is a new level here. This happened here around 2014, I think. By the look of things, this was 2014. Yeah, it was 2014. This when the market crashed here, and then here it was just 2020 here. So now we know that CHFJPY is buying. So therefore, what we should be looking for actually, it's, then I can just, because I made it small because I wanted everyone to see, but now trying to like enlarge it again, and just zoom it a little bit. So by the look of things, we could see from the 28th April 2020, this chart has been buying. So this was like your buy, and then we could see also it has the support and resistance, and it respect the elders. Like here, you could see this level here, this level here. Then you could see that this pair respected this level here, and then it went a little bit down, but we could look again here. You see here there was something, and then it respected the level here, of course, here where the market bounced, and after here it went up. It continued with like upward movement, and then again we had here it had to breathe. We could see, remember we always say the market doesn't move straight. At certain levels, it will breathe and go down and go up again. So you could see here again, it continued with an upward trend, and then it went down. It went down again. It continued here again. So this was like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hole, and this is an alert wave movement. This is one, then this is two, then three. This is the longest movement. So as you could also, if you want to check if 3 was the longest movement, you can see this was like 5 something pips, and then we have another like 2 here, which was 238 pips, and then we see again from here to up there was 5 580 pips. So they always say in a wave that the wave number 3 is the longest wave. So we could see that. After that, we could see that we had 5 here, 4 and 5, and then the market some sort like struggled a bit before it goes down. You could see it's still a level. This is a strong level. You could see the level here, here. What's happening here? Tested, like it went down. This became the support. Tested on support and broke through, but it was a false breakout. As you can see, it went back inside and then went up again. It went down. Remember, once it goes up, it's a bullish movement. Therefore, we buy low, we sell high. So we buy again, we sell. So after that, here it was like the complete movement. So now I always tell people about the consolidation movement. Luckily enough, today we are having like an experience of consolidation movement. If you could look at this movement here, here from here like till here, the movement like this is moving within the box. It's not going up, it's not going down. Maybe you could say it went a little bit up, but it went back inside and continues until it moves from this level where it tested on the trend line. After testing on the trend line, it continued to shoot up, but as you could see, it started again here, and then but it went up and broke this level. It continued going up, and then you can see. So this is like the support for sell. It's a resistance for buy because the buying or the buyers they are struggling to break this trend line. Then it went down and then it tested again here on top of the support, of course, also on the trend line. So it confirms that the market continues to go up. So now we can buy the market, and if we buy sorry, if we buy the markets, let me just do this because I want to do something a little bit. Let me just do this. I want to see something. I want to see something. Where is this buy heading? Because the most important thing when you're trading is to know where your things are heading. So yep. So that's CHFJPY. Therefore, from there, what happened is that we could see from this level of 118,702, it continued to go up, and we still see it going up until somewhere here. But if it continues to move in a channel, we might see this again until it breaks that trend line. Yeah, we are talking until it breaks it, we go further up, but it could do this bear in mind could experience this, and we could experience that. So we could experience a lot of that, and maybe this could happen again until this narrows and becomes smaller and smaller until it breaks here. After it breaks here, it continues to shoot up, because by the look of things, we still see that CHFJPY is waiting to go up. So anyway, if there's any question, guys, don't hesitate to ask down on the comment section, and also please don't forget to subscribe, Masuto FX Trader, and yeah, we are here to help you guys. We are here to help you. I will analyze Nasdaq, US 30, and German 30, so as SP 500 only when somebody says I should analyze those ones. I trade them, yes, but I don't analyze them unless someone says please analyze these things for us so that we can see. So now we are done with CHFJPY. We are done with it. I think it was more simple, and yeah. So now we are going to GBPCHF, this one. Yep. We are going to GBPCHF, and then after that we'll be doing CADCHF. By the look of things, we still have about, I think, because 9 minutes, so I'll try to be quick. I'll try to be quick. So you could see this one was moving like this certain way. This one was moving this certain way, and support and resistance works mostly here. Support and resistance work like mostly here, and yeah. So we could see what was happening here. We could also see what was happening here. So you can see like there are many levels where you see your support and resistance, and by the look of things now, GBPCHF is selling. By the look of things, GBPCHF it's selling, but you should bear in mind that this is a strong support here, and then from there, so from so so hey, I'm in the class, no, I'm in the class now, sure. So sorry about that. As I was saying, uh this is another level, so we should bear in mind that there's a possibility of it not breaking this line but continuing to go up here. So what we could actually do for now is to wait for the clear confirmation. We can only sell it if it breaks this trend line. We can only sell it if it breaks this trend line. You can also buy it once it gives us maybe a hammer, embedded hammer, or a hangman hammer, or maybe inside bars, or yeah. But at the moment, the most important thing is to wait, because it's not clear what it's trying to do. It's not clear what it's trying to do. It could be buying, it could be selling. But remember, you will only sell it once it breaks this, and then you see it testing after retest on this, because now if it's selling, this will be the support for sell, and then we can see it doing something like that. Then that's when we could actually sell it until here. Can sell it until here, but it's advisable if you sell it after this support and resistance. Once it breaks there, you could put your take profit here at 1.23166. That's where you could actually do the things that are never done. But at the moment, as you could see, like it works with support and resistance more than anything. The most important thing is to wait for it. If you sell high here, buy low here. If it breaks here, because overall movement looks like it's a sell, then if it breaks this level that we are looking into, we need to be patient enough to wait for the market to break levels. We cannot just assume that the market is doing something if you don't understand what it's doing. You need to be patient enough to wait for it. So now you can sell it and put it, take profit where I showed you, and yeah. And then from there, by the look of things, we still see a long sell. We still see a long sell because you could see that it reached this level, which was like its highest high 2021 30 March when it reached there. So from there, it has been selling. So I think after this, we saw another like bounce back from here, and then when it hit this level 1.28205, but we could see it continuing to sell. So it could be selling, or maybe after this retest, it could be buying. So right now, what we do, we actually wait. We sit and wait, but the support and resistance of this pair is very magnificent. It's easier to trade, but it needs patient people, of course, and be able to analyze bigger time frames to smaller time frames. So I think we are done with GBPCHF. If you have any question about that pair, don't hesitate to ask there below on the comment section. And now we are heading to CADFCHF. This one it's a bit tricky, and I don't think we are on time. So let's just brush it up. I won't go into detail. I'll be lying to you and myself if I say I did. So the most important, oh, I don't even have it here on the chart. So let me just look very fast if I can find it here. Yeah, it looks like there we have it. And then yeah, so we go bigger time frames. Like as I was saying about the cats they look like they are selling. So as I was saying about them, it looks like they are selling, and what we could do now is to actually wait for it to, because I need to see. Yeah, look like they are selling, but we will see what happens after this level, because it looks like we have a strong level here. Down here, it looks like we have like the strong level there, and as you could also see, even if you put this up there, like, so the chances are at that point, CHF will continue to sell. For me, I still see the long sell in it. Why I'm saying that is because I also see CHFJPY buying, so it could also react to what the franc Swiss is doing, but after that, I don't know. But it could also hit here and try to bounce back like it did here, because this is like the strongest support for buyers. And then remember, I think this part was the COVID case, was the COVID part here where we saw this long sell until somewhere here. But other than that, we could also see the sell until here, which at the time we are just late. If we were about to sell it, we should have sold it up there, but now we are late. So what we do, we wait to see what happens when the market reaches the support and resistance level. If it tests again, it buys, then we can buy, put our take profit a little bit up. But if it breaks this level, then we could wait for the retest. We could wait for the retest. You don't just enter the market unless you know your story. Unless you know their stuff. But for people who are new or amateurs in trading, I wouldn't advise you to. So, so now if we broke the trend line, so we should expect something like this. Therefore, we could see that the market would be selling. Then after that, we could sell. But at the moment, it's selling, but it's almost close to the support and resistance level. So it's not wise for any of us to enter the trade there, because I think it could just hit the today. And most of us as traders, I know, you could place a trade here and try to put a take profit here, which it doesn't make sense, because what are you saying about this level? So for today, I think I'm done. Thank you everyone who would watch this video. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe, and please don't forget to ask me which pair you would like me to analyze. Which pairs? I always analyze 3 pairs per day. I always analyze 3 pairs per day. So I'll upload this YouTube video today 7 p.m. Thank you. Ciao.